Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're kicking things off with a look at the Hoover Dam engineering icon in Nevada. But did you know there's a dam in Alberta, Canada, that's almost twice as long? And the wild twist, it wasn't built by people at all.
That's right. While we marvel at massive concrete giants like Hoover, the Alberta Dam is the handiwork of Beavers, the flat-tailed, furry kind. You can actually spot it from space. Nature's engineers are giving us a real run for our money.
And that leads us to the big question. Why do beavers go to all this trouble? We've got a curious listener, Mateo, who wants to know just that. But before we get to his question, let's unpack what dams really are.
Great idea. Dams, in human terms, are massive walls that hold back water, forming reservoirs. They're used for everything from generating power to preventing floods. But for beavers, the reasons are way more personal and surprisingly ingenious.
So, whether it's the Hoover Dam or a beaver dam, the basic concept is the same. Walling off water to create a lake or pond. But the methods couldn't be more different. I mean, we use cranes, cement trucks, the works.
And beavers? They use nothing but their teeth, paws, and pure determination. Imagine building a skyscraper with nothing but your fingernails. The average beaver dam can take weeks, months, or even years to finish. Talk about commitment.
That's some serious elbow grease. But here's a fun twist. Beaver dams aren't even their homes. I used to think they lived inside the dam itself. Turns out that's not the case at all.
Exactly. It's a common misconception. The dam is more like a custom-built moat than a house. Their actual homes are called lodges, and those have their own fascinating design.
Let's zoom in on the Beaver Lodge. If the dam isn't the home, what's so special about these lodges?
Picture a cozy dome made of sticks and mud, sitting in the middle of a pond. That's a beaver lodge. They're like floating fortresses, complete with secret underwater tunnels for coming and going unseen.
Secret tunnels? Beavers might be the original spies, and the location is key, right? Lodges are usually smack dab in the middle of a pond. That's not just a design choice, it's survival strategy.
Spot on. Beavers are built for swimming, not sprinting. Their webbed back feet act like flippers, and their flat tails work like rudders. So, a lodge surrounded by water is perfect. It keeps predators at bay and lets beavers make a quick escape if danger's near.
Let's talk predators. Wolves, wolverines, and bears aren't exactly friendly neighbors. Why does a watery moat make such a difference for beavers?
Great question. Land predators struggle in water while beavers are Olympic-level swimmers. Surrounding their lodges with water is like living in a castle with a moat. Only the beavers have the keys.
It's a genius move. Imagine if your house floated in a pool and you could escape through a secret underwater passage anytime the pizza delivery guy a wolf showed up.
Exactly, and if danger's near, beavers slap their tails on the water as a warning. That signal tells everyone to dash for the underwater door. It's teamwork and security rolled into one.
But here's a puzzle. What if beavers can't find a ready-made pond? Rivers are fast, dangerous places to build a home. How do beavers solve that problem?
That's where their engineering skills shine. By building a dam, they transform a rushing river into a calm pond. It's like flattening a roller coaster into a lazy river. Suddenly, it's a safe place to build a lodge.
So the dam is really a pond-making machine. Once the water slows down, Beavers can build their lodge right in the middle. It's habitat creation at its finest.
Absolutely. And it's not just for comforts. Lower water keeps their homes from being swept away by strong currents. It's the ultimate DIY home improvement project.
Here's something I never considered. Beaver dams don't just create ponds, they also flood the land around them. How does that help our furry friends?
Imagine being able to swim everywhere instead of walking. That's what beavers get: a water freeway. Flooded land lets them reach food and building materials without ever stepping onto dangerous ground.
That's next level efficiency. It's like trading in your old car for a speedboat, all while making your neighborhood predator-proof.
Exactly. Plus, swimming is way safer and faster for beavers. Less time on land means fewer run-ins with hungry wolves and bears.
We've covered lodges, moats, and swimming shortcuts. But what about food? How do beavers handle winter when everything's frozen solid?
Beavers are planners. They store branches and twigs underwater near their lodge entrance, creating a cold water pantry. When ponds freeze over, they can still swim out and grab a snack. No need to go outside and risk frostbite or predators.
That's basically the original walk-in fridge, except you have to swim to get your midnight snack. It's clever and energy efficient.
And research shows this food caching is key to surviving harsh winters. It's all about preparing for the worst with minimal risk.
Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Building a dam isn't simple. How do beavers pull it off with just their teeth and paws?
First, they chew down trees, sometimes as thick as your leg. Then, they drag those logs, along with rocks and mud, into the river. It's a group effort, almost like a furry construction company with each beaver playing a role.
So it's not just one super beaver out there. It's a family project. Think of it as a home makeover show starring beavers.
Absolutely. And studies show that some dams can reach hundreds of meters long. The Alberta Beaver Dam? Over 850 meters. That's longer than 7 football fields back to back.
It's wild to think that beaver dams don't just help beavers, they shape entire landscapes. How do these furry architects transform their environment?
Beaver ponds create wetlands, which are hotspots for biodiversity. Frogs, birds, fish, you name it, thrive in these habitats. In fact, some ecologists call beavers ecosystem engineers for their ability to boost local wildlife.
So, in a way, they're like landscape designers making homes, not just for themselves, but for entire communities.
Exactly. Plus, beaver dams help filter water, reduce erosion, and even store carbon, making them unsung heroes in the fight against climate change.
What's amazing is how a simple question about beavers opens the door to so much science. Listeners like Mateo keep us on our toe sand. There are mysteries everywhere if you know where to look.
Absolutely. Each question uncovers hidden layers in nature's design, from beaver dams to rainbows and gold. It's a reminder that curiosity is the engine driving discovery.
So keep those questions coming. Whether you're fascinated by animal engineering or magical illusions, there's always more to learn.
And remember, next week's episode could be inspired by your vote. Stay curious, keep exploring, and maybe one day you'll spot a beaver dam from space.